Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka Trigger Ranking. Um, so you about to talk about this whole love baby thing. Um, or the OMF slash, they are basically implicated. So a lot of times when it's a RICO indictment for one gang, the other gang that's the opposite side, it gets brought into the whole, um, just basically kerfuffle or whatever is going on. So yeah, man. But check it out. This DJ Academics, you know what I'm saying? He trying to break it down, talking about what he talking about with it. So we're gonna see what he talking about.
I don't know. I'm kind of watching some of these things right. Well, I don't know if we should switch over this topic. Yo, this little baby stuff is kind of crazy, right? Watch baby hit me up and think that I started this. Like I did not start this. Okay, but they are. So let me give you a little context. It appears that this 4PF RICO, if it does happen, I don't know if it will, but we're hearing from a journalist named George Steve, a really reputable guy out of Atlanta. He claims that the public defender's office, the guy who leads it in Georgia, because here's what happened in the YSL case. In the YSL case, the,
So he said the public defender's office. I don't know about that. I mean, it might be, it could be, but
they had a hard time kind of starting the trial, and the reason why they had a hard time starting the trial.
so these two young men right here, they were on the live. Two young, they were young men, 13 years old. One of the guys, he was only 13 years old for like a couple of minutes. I'll say about almost 30 minutes, and then he was actually taken out. So, hey, how you doing? How y'all doing? What's up, brother? What's up, brother? How you doing, sir? How you doing? Peace out to you.
A lot of people didn't have representation. They indicted so many people that needed different representation because of conflict of interest. If representation are the same, and they were having a hard time getting everybody represented. Also, the public defenders themselves didn't really like defending the YSL clients because those public defenders were saying, "Yo, this trial is going to last 2 years," and they didn't like that as well. So, what's ended up happening though, from my under,
Hey, after this, y'all, I'm about to do y'all hit the like button. Anybody in here hit the like button, man. Thank y'all for tuning in and streaming in with me. Um uh Next video, I'm gonna see if I can do the whole breakdown of turn your TV off Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna see if I don't get striked or whatever.
understand is that in Atlanta, it's a little hot, and bodies are getting dropped. And along with bodies getting dropped, bystanders are dying. So there are two kids that died as a result of a shootout or a shooting that supposedly happened where police are calling it a retaliatory shooting because they felt that Baby did a video in a rival territory and there was.
So I'm in Atlanta, y'all. So y'all gotta remember this. I'm in Atlanta, so I know a little more about this. That probably he knows. The neighborhood that Lil Baby went to and did this whole video, and the video got shot up. 3 people did get hit or whatever in on the video set. Um, just to be honest with you, I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all. Baby did the video because that is the Marlo, one of his other homeboys that passed away. So, um, Hey, what's up, Vincent? But yeah, so by it being little baby doing a video in that neighborhood, they're trying to say that because he did the video in that neighborhood, that it was bad blood, bad beef with him, and that is the reason why, it was a retaliatory hit back on these young guys right here.
The shooting that video. So they're saying there was a shooting at that video, then there was a retaliatory shooting, and then 2 kids died. Now, these are really like loose. Like, and to be truth be told, I don't know why we're just hearing baby's name so many times with this, but the police did come out and pretty much blame little baby. He said this was irresponsible to shoot the music video at this place, knowing there would be violence. Right? I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna get into a couple other ones, and then we'll get to the current information about what supposedly is happening. Sorry.
Related shooting on the city's southwest side that claimed the lives of 2 13-year-old boys. 11 Live Erica Murphy joining us live from APD. This case stands tonight, Erica. We know that this deadly shooting took place. Police to these 2 arrests.
Well, let me say that Atlanta Police and the FBI field headquarters here in Atlanta say that they have been working for over 5,000 hours on this case, investigating this double deadly fatal shooting that took the lives of 2 teens on the city's southwest side. Today, police announced that they've made several arrests in this case, and recently 2 men were taken into custody. They also have implicated Atlanta-based rapper Lil Baby. The shooting happened in July.
So basically, the people that was, I guess, did they're trying to put Lil Baby in it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Lil Baby has not been arrested. He has not been arrested. Rose, who? Me? Who you saying? Butts. I don't know your name, Butts. I can't really see that, but I don't know. You saying I'm an informant or they're an informant? Because I'm definitely not an informant. But anyway.
At the Oakland City West End Apartments during a birthday celebration for Lamont Freeman, who was just turning 13. Lamont's friend Jacoby Davis.
I used to live over there in Oakland City, so I know about the whole little area. About they talking about y'all. I know about this.
Also killed, and another boy was shot but lived. Atlanta police say the shooting is related to a gang rivalry that ignited over Lil Baby's video shoot. Now, police say they've arrested 7 people, but recently took Ali Caldwell and Traydon Crawford into custody. The children had absolutely nothing to do with either of these gangs, according to investigators.
This is ridiculous. It's just sad that, people are trying to take young kids' lives because of rap beef and all this other stuff, and somebody got killed and they think you had something to do, bro, but that had nothing to do with these 2 13-year-old young men. So, like, y'all need to sit the fuck down and figure out what the fuck y'all gonna do, because at the end of the day, you can't get mad at a retaliatory issue, and you're gonna try to hurt 2 little kids that ain't got nothing to do with it.
This Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes.
They said he was, I guess, he got unalived at 12:27. So they say he was able to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes. That's what he just said.
Before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence that was orchestrated by adults. And cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper.
So this part, I do not agree with what he just said. Basically, he's saying because Baby shot the video in that neighborhood, and his homeboy was from that neighborhood, Marlo. Marlo is passed on. Marlo passed on some years ago. You're trying to say he doesn't have the right as an artist to shoot a video where he wants to shoot a video because something is going to happen. You can't, like, if you police, y'all supposed to be out there stopping it. That's all I'm saying. Y'all supposed to be out there stopping it. If you're saying it's a cowardly thing for Baby to do a video in that neighborhood, how is it cowardly when they shot at his boy and, you know, innocent killed? Like, come on, bro.
They decided to go into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place.
Y'all heard what it said. Shoot a music video. Come on, man. Like, stop playing, bro. We're not playing these type of games out here, bro. We're not gonna let you paint a narrative. You paint a narrative because this is why I say they're painting a narrative. If Lil Baby had anything to do with it, Lil Baby would be in jail right now. Like when it, like a little bit after it happened. Like since this whole news footage or whatever dropped, Lil Baby would have been in jail. They don't have enough evidence, y'all.
It's that he knew he should not have.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna be quiet on that one, but I'm gonna let him keep talking.
Been.
Now, what we're seeing from this George Cheedy, and also Sylvia tweets is that essentially they're saying that they believe, and let me see if we get to George Cheedy. Where is his shit at? Is it this? Right here. Sorry, Chad. I think I got allergies. Okay. Now, okay, here we go.
Okay, so George Cheadle, he's like basically in Atlanta, as far as the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, he's basically like one of their lead people. And I know he at least used to work for them. He might still be working for them right now, but George Cheadle, he's one of them people that when it came to the whole Young Thug case, he had a lot of insight that other people didn't have going on into the case of Young Thug. So
they're saying 4PF Nate drew a 20-year prison sentence, or 4PF could have done it to silence the snitch. In either case, it is one more escalation of the conflict. So this is some other guy who died. He's just 4PF.
So they saying it could have been because OMF, Goodfellas wanted to have something to do with him, or it could have been the other way around. OPF could have did something. So this kind of monumental a little bit, though.
Supposedly, that defense attorney say began with botched murder trial of the brother of the rapper Rollo a few years ago, which has led to a series of retaliatory killings. Atlanta rap megastar Lil Baby repped 4PF lyrically. His music label was until recently called 4PF. He started the label in 2023 and said he did so because he didn't want to be held responsible for criminal acts by the.
So basically, Baby changed the name of his label because people started taking the name of his label and putting it under like gang crimes or whatever. So like, you know, somebody get hit, they'll be like, oh, 4PF did that. But Lil tried to change everything because he's like this stuff. You know, I might know some of these people might know because you say 4PF, you gonna get me messed up. I'm going to jail for something that I ain't even got nothing to do with it. Like what Big U said, they gonna lump me. They gonna lump me in with this. Yeah, we're gonna get lumped up in this. You don't want to get lumped up in nothing, bro. So stay away from people that have ulterior motives. Stay from people that are negative. People that, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's best to be by yourself, period. But yeah, let's keep going,
committed by 4PF gang members. Nonetheless, Major Ralph Woolk, the head of the city anti-gang unit, called out the rapper last month for staging a music video in the territory claimed by OMF. So look like.
So it's like they keep saying the same thing. Like we are mad. They're basically saying they mad because if they could have charged Baby with a crime, he would have been locked up. They're basically saying they're mad because he did a video in the OMF territory.
There's an OMF gang and 4PF and they're beefing. Sure.
AKA Goodfellas, bro.
Early after that,
if you're in Atlanta, you know.
Then rival gang members went into 4PF's territory in Oakland City to record a video which led to a shootout that killed two 13-year-old boys and injured an 11-year-old. It's kind of this tit for tat vibe.
And then I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm from Atlanta, y'all. I know, if you know, you know. Ask anybody from that's where the Oakland City area. That's exactly where you from. Now I don't know exactly where Marlo from. I don't know where Marlo from. I do know that Baby from that area before he went to jail and got out and started doing music with QC.
That has led Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Williams to launch a racketeering case against Young Thug and YSL in 2022. The U.S. Justice Department Goodfellas gang on racketeering charges 2 weeks ago. Federal prosecutors noted in the motion to seal parts of the case files person trying to kill people or for testimony. The most common question I get about YSL cases is how much it costs to prosecute, which might be a very important thing. How much is it going to cost if Fonnie will?
Yeah, he said the name. I didn't say the name.
Was tries to prosecute again.
So they lost a lot of money with the Young Thug case when they tried to get him. They got him with that week. What 15? He got 15 years of probation. That's nothing, bro. If he gonna do the right thing, he got free. You know what I'm saying? But
on RICO charges, a gang associated with a rapper. It says it's a reasonable question, given the intrinsic complexity of the racketeering charges, as amply demonstrated in the Young Thug trial. One can ask if there are more cost-effective options available to district attorneys. Worth noting that.
So they're basically saying in Georgia, bro, like we ain't trying to be putting all these trials up, and you ain't gonna be able to lock these folks up, cause the what they got on Baby, that shit weak, bro. I don't know what they talking about.
Willis Asphalt.
If Baby would have been implicated, he would have been locked up just like Little Durk. What other big rapper locked up? Diddy. Like if it really was what it was, he would have been locked up like them. But he's not.
In county for a substantial increase in county spend on the district attorney's office. The district attorney's office has had the benefit of federal pandemic funding to clear for the county to continue budgeting at that level. When the county refused, Willis threatened to sue the commission. So basically, Fonnie Willis is threatened to sue to get more money to be able to prosecute cases. And she's went after high-profile RICO cases against gangs and certain rap, say, in Atlanta. If the proposed budget is enacted, Fulton County will definitely see a increase in its jail population. It's likely to lose much of the progress that she has been making in reducing violent crime, Willis wrote, okay? Hear me clearly. If you enact the proposed budget, people will die. So basically, she said, if you cut the amount of money I have to put people in jail or to do these cases, people are gonna die. So Willis was referring to a...
Damn, she trying to say, if you don't let me put these people in jail, it's more people that's gonna die. I wonder if that's actually true. If she really think that is true. I just wonder. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no judgment on you, bro, but hey, what do you really think about what the words you just spoke?
A return to a case backlog that might expect to increase the jail population, okay? But the increased staffing enabled by the federal money also permitted Willis to effectively devote one courtroom and one of Fulton County's 20 superior judges to a single. Okay, anyway. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Sean Hoover, who manages Georgia's public defender council, specialized.
So keyword public defender. When he said that, I don't even, he talking about a public defender. Baby got enough money to get a lot of good lawyers. A lot of good lawyers. Like, don't public who like what is the public defender gonna say about this? Like,
Israel on gang cases says his office is actively preparing for a racketeering indictment on 4 PF and OMF cases, and he expects Lil Baby to.
They preparing. Y'all hear what they saying? They preparing, but as they preparing, ain't nobody got locked up behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to get locked up. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen, because it's no case.
Be indicted with others. He said I will run that interview in a couple of days. Let me go to, because I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. So let me try to do some Googles. 4 p.m.
But I did hear something about Baby and some compromising phone calls, but I don't know if that's true or not either. That could be AI. So
Versus OMF. Like, somebody got to have a video about it. Okay, this is like a good video. Inside Atlanta's deadliest war. Okay. Chat. I want to grab some food while I'm watching this. 4 p.m. secret beef. Okay, one of these videos is so good.
Imagine you're a multi-platinum,
it's crazy. Crazy, y'all. Crazy shit.
That night, the city of.
Is it like same thing? I never heard of OMF. Is there a rapper? Chat, is there a rapper? Who's like the rapper for OMF? Never heard of OMF. Chat, is there a rapper that's in OMF? That's what? Okay, let me just play this.
Oversized money roll to make sure it's the same amount that you left off on. And the first thing that you see when you turn on the TV is the police chief damn near naming you in crash out activity that resulted in the deaths of 2 13-year-old boys.
Overall theme in this case is grown men playing gangster. In subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions, and you know who you are.
Not only did he say it was your fault, but he said that you were a coward for the whole situation. And finally, after his long-winded press conference being held in your area of Oakland City.
Hey, just because Baby shot the video in that neighborhood, that don't mean that the little kids got taken out of here. Like, that's unfair for him to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Have rights in the country, and you as a law enforcement, you shouldn't be able to try to say that, bro. Like, you're overstepping. You're getting big. Hold on. You're getting too big for your britches, like this motherfucker.
He concludes that whoever the mystery rapper who is directly linked to this saddening loss of life will receive the full force of the law.
And I'm telling you, this team will work with witness to hold you and persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
It's no secret that the Atlanta Police Department and city government are completely sick and tired of rappers and the violence they instigate. But this press conference marked a new level of escalation with a verbal warning that the police are actively working to take you down. It's definitely not looking good for Dominic Jones, aka Atlanta superstar rapper Lil Baby, because at this moment, it's looking like a mystery rapper is most likely him. A violent beef that involved the west end of of Atlanta.
Police are searching for the person who shot and killed 2 teenagers and wounded a third. Northwest Atlanta tonight, police say the gunfire erupted during the shooting of a music video
That claimed the lives of 4 people and injured many more might just take the rapper off the streets for good. Maybe this is why Lil Baby decided to publicly stop repping the 4PF name, because they were getting...
So, yeah. That's what my man's saying. My man's saying, hey, that's why they did that, bro. But Lil Baby did say that. He was like, I'm switching my name because they're doing things under, what I'm saying, my name that is not politically correct. Like, I can get locked up behind what you're portraying my label to be.
Tied into a high-profile beef with a subset of Goodfellas who go by OMF or Glizzy Gang. This secret war has resulted in online self-snitching taunts, rising rappers getting gunned down, kingpins calling hits from prison like a Netflix series, and many innocent people caught in the crossfire of a situation that they weren't even a part of. So today, we gotta talk about the wild beef that got the city of Atlanta blaming Lil Baby for the rising murder. But before we do, gang, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 100K subs. Make sure you hit that notification bell and hit that link in the description and go cop the merch and support the channel, man. So right now with Chapter 1, War on the West Side. Ever since the highly publicized indictments of YSL, it seems like many rappers are trying to do things.
So it looked like DJ Stay Safe World. And then they got
it's the right way and avoid the street.
DGDHEE under, and then the TikTok is Stay Safe World TV.
To avoid getting caught in another RICO. Unfortunately for 4PF, it seems that it might be too little too late. Even though Lil Baby recently dropped the name of 4PF and is now going by CBFW, police aren't just like, oh yeah, he changed the name, he must be innocent. Nah, bro, they coming for bro. And it seems like they're taking anyone and everyone they need off the streets in order to accomplish their goal. While you might see 2 rival gangs within an impoverished section of the city at odds, the crazy thing, it wasn't always like that. At one point, both of these groups were cool, or just cordial, or just didn't really mess with each other, but many misunderstandings and retaliation murders later, it seems like these groups are hell-bent on destroying each other or destroying their communities. However, to understand how things got to this point, we got...
This video is going, I'm be honest with you, I don't like the way this is going. Like, I don't like what Stay Safe World TV is saying. That's like, he really don't know what's going on in the actual circle of Atlanta.
But go back to the jump to fully understand how 2 groups could come to odds like this. So let's get into it with Chapter 1. If you're familiar with Lil Baby's music, you've definitely seen him and others around him refer to themselves as 4PF in the past. Through label names or through IG pictures where members saw it before, they've gained notoriety in the city. 4PF, aka 4 Pockets Fool, or Bank First Play Later as the OGs know it, is a Rolling 60s affiliated gang based out of the Oakland City area of Atlanta's West End. Ever since their name started getting some traction, this group was always just known as hustlers and money getters by any means. While they weren't soft or anything, they sort of personified their top member, Lil Baby, and being laid-back hustlers that were more concerned about getting money than beefing. You see, a young Dominic Jones coming out of the slums of Atlanta had little options to come up, so he became an avid hustler in dice games and other types of activities a street entrepreneur would tap into, when they need to get money. And like I said, for the longest time, they were really more concerned about money, while many groups in Atlanta were fighting over all types of different reasons in the late 2010s. Lil Baby eventually met up with Gunna, who taught him how to rap, and he started using his hustle to push the music. As Lil Baby began to rise on the charts, it seemed like other areas within and not really feeling the vibes. On the other side of this beef, we got a gang subset called Glizzy Gang, aka OMF, a younger group of Goodfella associated members who were really more into being on some crazy specific incident that has resulted in multiple people on both sides getting murdered. You see, most Goodfella associated gangs don't really have an issue with 4PF like that. And like I said, at one point, 4PF and Glizzy Gang were not really beefing like that. But a shooting in 2021 would change all that and put all their operations in jeopardy. A shooting which we'll get into right now in Chapter 2, Paper Trail of Murders. When it comes to escalated gang wars, there's often not a discernible public reason as to